Okay.
That's right. Perfect.
Hey guys, okay, well I have here Bill Dorman and Gay Radcliffe, who are prior Leadership Lakeland participatees.
Yes.
So Bill, what class were you in?
Class 25.
And Gay?
I was in class 10 and was chair of class 21.
Oh, neat.
I take that back. I was actually in class 15. I was in class 25 in another leadership program, but Leadership Lakeland, I was class 15 because they're doing 30 now.
Okay.
That reminds me how long ago I was actually in the
I know,
class.
when I said class 10. Mm-hmm.
So, you guys jump in. What was your best experience with Leadership Lakeland, or what do you remember the most about your time with the organization?
Well, probably getting to know all the people in there and then still having a relationship with the core group of the class that we still do things together. And of course, I think everybody thinks their class is the best class. But we had some real characters in the class, and it was always fun because it was always an adventure. But even now when we get together, it's still an adventure. But the best part about the class is just learning about the community and then being in a position afterwards to be able to give back, in a leadership position, whether it's through the chamber or other volunteer organizations. And I think this gave us kind of the knowledge and the courage to step up and be that person.
Very well said. For me, it was both sides of the fence. I was in a class and I led a class, and that gave me a different perspective when you're in the class and you're part of the group, and then when you're leading the class and you're a little bit removed from that. In both groups, you see every emotional range you can think of. From you walk in the door to see who's here, and everybody's all really, checking everybody out, and then you see the emotion in it when the class becomes so close, so bonded, that people share things that with that group that they may not share with other people. And you can really see that roller coaster of emotions from someone in tears telling something about their health to, someone there's a baby, someone's pregnant, there's going to be a baby in the class, or someone gets married, or, there are all those highs and lows in that group of 30 people that are just phenomenal. And as Bill said, I've lived in Lakeland since 1967. I thought I knew all about Lakeland, only to find out that I really had a lot to learn. And then I shared it with my particular staff when I was with the Central Florida Speech and Hearing Center. And just being able to share that information and that knowledge, and then Leadership Lakeland alumni, which is wonderful. We really can then be able to integrate into that and be able to make additional friendships is awesome.
And it is amazing how close you become and how you do bond. And through the course of a year, there is that kind of roller coaster, because there will be people that will have to deal with death. There'll be births. There'll be celebrations with promotions and jobs. And there we had a couple of people move away because jobs took them out of there. But it's, and so you're having to deal with the dynamics of that and still get the class going forward. But it's, you really do become close.
And it's so great to have those characters in the class.
Yes, yeah, we had a few.
Oh, yes, every class has them, and that's what makes it fun. Yeah. Leadership Lakeland is an awesome opportunity, and you just wish that there could be more than 30 people that are able to experience it. But it's a very, very, very special feeling to be asked to be a part of Leadership Lakeland.
And I'll put a plug in for the chamber, because I know this is Carolyn Jackson's project.
Hi, Carolyn.
And for her to have the same energy and enthusiasm, I know it. Like I said, I did class 15, and they're on class 30 now, and it's a real testament to her leadership abilities to pull this whole thing together.
Absolutely.
And then the fact that it is such a popular program. I know some people get discouraged because they apply and they don't get in the first year. They might not get in the second year. But there's only so many spots, and so I would say just make sure you're persistent and make sure you do it because it is a great program.
Should we propose Carolyn for Queen of Leadership Lakeland?
That's right.
Okay.
I think she already is.
I see it. Just a whistle.
Well, tell me one thing that you guys love about Lakeland.
I would say the community, the sense of community. I just recently, with Lanier Upshaw, I was over in Winter Haven, and so I was spending a lot of time there, but every time I would come back to Lakeland, they're just, I would say the city leadership is so forward-thinking, and when you just drive around town and you see all the really nice things we have, and the community is a really giving community, a very, very strong volunteer base. And I couldn't imagine any other community that would be better than Lakeland to be a place to live.
I agree with everything you said. Coming from a not-for-profit sector, of course, we were always involved in fundraising. And when I talk to my cohorts in other parts of the state and other parts of the country, they'll say, how lucky you are to live in a place where we have so many people who are involved as volunteers with all of our agencies and organizations. Also in terms of they share their talent and their treasures with us. And you look at our lakes, our parks, our downtown area. The quality of life here, I think, is just really tremendous.
Right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Thanks for being a part of Leadership Lakeland.
Uh-huh.